Hey guys, I'm going to be showing off my Lego Transformer today. He is a Michael Bay inspired car transformer. Here he is in his vehicle mode. It's a very nice black car. It isn't really based on any specific car. He is pretty big compared to the scale I'm usually working with. Here he is compared to Nemesis Prime, which is pretty ridiculous considering this guy's a truck. So as you can see, we have all the details on the car. We've got a translucent windshield. You've got the headlights right there, a grille, a bumper, and you've got the taillights at the back as well. So it's pretty nice. I like how it's all compressed into this package. I really like the transformation. And you do have kind of a widening portion over here, which adds to the shape of the car, and also these curved pieces for this back portion, which I think is pretty neat. Here he is from the underside. It is pretty flushed, and I think everything fits together well. So without further ado, let's get into transformation. So first thing you want to do here is basically drop the entire back section here. So this is going to come down like so. And all this junk actually stores at the back like so. So let's work on the legs first. You want to pull out the back section like so. And we are going to split the legs. As you can see, they peg in through this lamp holder. Let's wiggle that out. That splits. Let's work on the legs first. So this can be a little bit wobbly because of this section, but let's just work with it. First thing you want to do is rotate this section around and take the taillight and flip that up. Then you want to bring out the foot like so. And now you have your feet. So you want to do the same for the other side. Let's just get everything on camera. And bring out the feet. Split the legs. Let's just rotate the knees for better posture. And there we have our legs. So as you can see, you have the entire rest of the car on top. Next thing you want to do is kind of raise this top of the car just a little bit. As you can see, this gives you space to get the arms out. It's going to fold out like so, and then this is going to come down. And you can actually pose your fingers, which are individually articulated like so. Let's do the same for the other side. Let's just pose up these nice little fingers like so. And now this entire section comes up like so. And this back portion, this back flap, which is actually the back windshield, comes up. You take the head over here, and then you're going to rotate this around and leave it there for now. Then what you want to do is rotate the entire upper section right here around. This is on a T-joint on a Travis brick, like so. Then you want to untab the hood section right here from the windshield. And then this entire section comes down. It's on a Travis brick, which is this part. And the Travis brick pegs onto this stud right there. So this comes down and pegs into the stud like so. Just fiddle around with it. And this actually locks the lower body, and it doesn't wobble anymore. And then the hood part just sits here on this angle. Now, lastly, this actually puts the top of the car flush with the rest of the body. The head just comes down like so. We can just fix our horn. So we do have a full robot now, but we're not quite done with the transformation yet. The next thing you want to do is to actually fix the chest. So this is more of a G1 look for the guy. So what we want to do is raise these sections up like so. And we're going to take the headlights and the side of the bumper to the side. This can be quite hard to grip, like so. I don't know if that's coming across the camera. Then what you want to do is spin these down like so. And then you want to get the grill and push it down. Then these pieces rest on the wheels. And there you have him in robot mode. And here he is in robot mode, and I very much like the aesthetic that I'm going for here. He is very Michael Bay, in my opinion, just because it gives the impression that there's a lot going on, even though the transformation isn't as complicated. You can see that there's kind of a lot of mechanical detail going around the figure with all these T-joints, circle studs, bearings, lamp holders, and hinges going all around the body. I like how these hinges kind of give the impression of mechanical detail, and the bumper actually makes for good kind of machinery on the lower body, which I do very much like. I like how the chest actually transforms into something that's not really recognizable as the front of the car. I like how the headlights are at the lower body. You can't really tell how that transforms just by looking at it. I like the detail from the T-joints for the legs. I love these knee pads, which you can kind of fiddle around with. And I like how the taillights fold up. Even though the wheels don't transform, it gives the impression that it has a far more complex transformation that it actually has, which I do very much like. I like the horn I gave him here and the red visor and silver mouthplate. It gives an evil look to this guy. From the back, he has the top of the car as his backpack, which is kind of evident in a lot of Michael Bay movie figures. And the back isn't bad at all. I think it's pretty good. He's really good all around. I like his proportions. And he's actually pretty small for how detailed this guy is. Here he is next to my G1 Optimus Prime. And they're pretty much around the same size. Just a different aesthetic that I'm kind of going for with this guy. And I like how solid the figure is. Just because the back portion pegs into the lower portion of the body, it keeps everything very solid. For articulation, his head is on a ball joint. You can move his horn around. His arms are on T-joints, so they can move in and out and up and down, which is kind of like a ball joint. Nothing for the waist. The legs are on T-joints as well, but they can only split pretty much that far. But they can do the normal leg articulation like so. The knees are also on T-joints, so they can rotate around and bend at the knee. The hinge at the back here kind of helps for the knee joint. Although it doesn't go as far because of this kind of piece blocking the wheel, which is kind of unfortunate. This is one of the limitations of this guy. However, the feet are actually very articulated. They are on T-joints, so they can move around, and they can also do this kind of movement right here. And of course the toes, based on the transformation, you can move that around based on this ratchet joint. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more.